Welcome now, Stock Trades. In this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about energy and why it's important to talk about energy. But first, we have just started our New Year sale. This is going to be our biggest sale thus far to the time point that we have, because then we're going to be increasing prices at the end or the start of this next year, 2023. Try the coupon code down below, New Year 400. You can see it down below, $400 off. I want to say thank you guys for all the support, and for everyone that's waited. Here's a beautiful, amazing gift. This will be the cheapest that the mastering course will be. Now let's get straight to business, okay? So before we start, I want to say how thankful I am to have each and every one of you guys. I mean, it's really a great honor to essentially teach you guys about the market. There's a lot of market manipulation, lots of just unfortunate things that, retail is always designed to lose. And, it just feels good to actually be a part of the movement, but in a more academic and resourced, intellectually driven way to help guide you during this market, and to give you at least my view of what's happening. Because I know it can get a little bit lonely if you're trading by yourself. I was trading myself, and it gets really lonely. It gets really lonely, and to have a community is another thing. We do have a stock market group that I have to say, I dreamed to have a community like this, and we're building it. We're building it. There are good days and there's bad days. One bad day is when one of our brothers lost a loved one. My heart goes out to you, brother. It's very hard, and it really touched me. It really sad. But this is the beauty of it is we're together. I love you. I love you, man. And I hope that we can move forward and build something great. I didn't think that we would get this extremely close together as a group. That is just the biggest gift that I have honestly been given. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get straight to business here. And let's go to the market. So this is important. I got the signal. My apologies. I got the signal on December. After doing statistical analysis, I got the signal on December 21st. Again, December 21st, regarding energy stocks. Every time energy stocks, they fall to a certain amount, there's a statistical analysis that obviously is significant, statistically significant with the proper Z-scores and it basically shows us that energy stocks are set to rally. And I'll explain to you essentially my findings, but it's quite interesting. Oh, that's my research here. My apologies. It's actually interesting to look at this, because if you look at December 21st and see exactly when energy became huge, we can take a look at the most recent closing on the heat chart. If you go here, this was literally closing before Christmas. You can see energy led the way. And I'm so sorry. I'm late on the ball to tell you this, guys. I promise I'll try my best to keep you guys updated on the YouTube. But I'm gonna explain to you guys kind of why this happens. Okay. So my apologies if I have a hard time talking. I just came from extreme science mode, and it's very hard to switch from science, which is an extremely introverted way of learning, to back on YouTube. So it's a bit, it's a little hard. So we essentially arrived to a buy signal here regarding the S&P 500 energy sector, because it's extremely oversold from the technical perspective. If you look at the percentage of energy stocks above the 10-day average and the stochastic 14-day, every time we get an oversold signal, it's a signal of a buy, okay? And it's quite interesting, because if you were to look at this and analyze the S&P energy after a greater than 10-day average exceeding a 95% oversold region, and do some statistical analysis, what you'll get is we are expected to see a good rally between 1 month to 2 months, and overall 10 to 12 months, we'll be getting a 13 plus rally. And it's really interesting to see this, and I'll explain to you kind of my reasoning once I share with you the data in its completeness. Okay, so overall, if you look at this data again, and look at it from a different type of angle and perspective, you can see that the median returns are quite favorable for oil stocks. Now, you might ask yourself, particularly, why? Why? I thought oil ran up enough. I may have to admit it, but I did call out oil on November of 2021, even earlier. But once it reached the price target, I was a little bit unemotional and just said no more. It hit our price target and we must leave. Unfortunately, oil did run up even higher, and I always kind of asked myself, why? Why is Warren Buffett so heavily invested now in oil? Why is he doubling down on oil? And by golly, I forgot to mention that oil is one of the stocks, energy stocks, tends to be the one that really rallies during the beginning stages and the beginning starting points of a recession. The National Bureau of Economic Research, NBER, which normally declares recessions, they do once they do declare it, which is kind of interesting. It's quite interesting that they did not declare it after 2 negative quarters of GDP, but now I do believe within the next coming months we are going to see a recession. The question is, how bad is this recession? Some say light to medium, others say it could be hard. My recommendation is to honestly prep for the worst, right? Because if you prep for the worst and it's a light recession, then particularly it'll be good. So that's something that we need to, I wanted to communicate to you guys. Another thing regarding energy, the reason why I was so risk averse, or just very just didn't want it to deal with energy after it hit my price target. I was really scared of Russia. I was really scared that, the oil stocks just ran up too high to a point of market manipulation. And we did see some of that. But it seems to me that it's going to continue rallying. At least, even if the prices of the barrel stabilize, the amount of wells and projects that are being spent are not actually being spent right now. They're actually being used to generate future free cash flow to shareholders, and doing shareholders buybacks and dividends and all the sorts to essentially ascend the price target of the stock and the value of the stock even higher. Now, one thing I wanted to go ahead and pay close attention to tell you guys, the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, just recently recalled one of its data. The Biden administration failed to account an overestimated 1 million people in the jobs market. It's actually really dangerous, because if you look at it from that perspective, we over-evaluated ourselves adding 1 million jobs, when in reality, this is wrong. We overestimated by 1 million, which means that the economic form and the economy, the pulse of the economy might actually be weaker than what we might expect, which will send a clear message to the Federal Reserve that maybe perhaps they do need to step a little bit less on the brakes in parking this economy. So that's a little bit scary. That I wanted to basically go ahead and share with you guys is, if you have not heard it, just want to kind of give you guys an update. Since a lot of things happen in the holidays, I always like to keep tabs of what's happening in the market. But overall, this is all I have for you guys, just to kind of share with you guys some things of what I'm doing. So I'm working right now with I'm working on a specific project, and I can't say too much, but it is associated with the blood tests that can be prognostic for seizure freedom and seizure outcomes. And what's interesting is I found some genes that are also associated with the same molecular pathway with generation of aneurysms. So imagine if you get a blood test and you can detect if you have an unruptured intracranial aneurysm. How cool is that, right? So this is the era of genomics and personalized medicine. And when I do publish the paper, I will go ahead and share with you guys if you guys are interested. Um, Definitely. So there's that. But yes, no, I totally agree with you, brother. Happy holidays, Joseph. I love each and every one of you guys. I wanted to just kind of put this out there regarding energy. I wanted to give you guys the data because, I'm sorry I was late on it. I got it December 21st. I'm late on 5 days, 5 days from that date. And we're already starting to see oil rally. Let's see how much they rallied. Let's see. 5 days. Yeah, no, not too much. Not too much. About that 3.25%. Yeah, about 3.25%. That's not bad. That's not bad. But yes, so that's what we have. And yeah, guys, make sure you check out the coupon link down below. It's New Year 400. It's $400 off. It'll be our biggest sale. Right after this, we will be increasing prices. And we'll be setting ourselves up for beautiful stock market comeback. Not in 2023, I think. I think in 2024, the end of 2024, going into 2025. All right, guys. Love each and every one of you, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless you, and then Happy New Year.